Welcome to rSmart. rSmart is a new online teaching, learning, research, and collaboration platform brought to you by rSmart and powered by the innovation of the Sakai community. rSmart liberates you, your teaching, learning, and your content so you can create a social and connected experience online for all your scholarly activities. When you first log into rSmart, you arrive in your dashboard, a place that brings together all your activities in the system and lets you decide what's important to you. Notice that you can change the position and order of widgets in your dashboard just by dragging and dropping. If you like, you can also change the basic layout of your dashboard to meet your needs. I'm going to add 3 columns so I can see more. Then I'll drag this widget up so it's higher on the page. If the widgets you see on your dashboard aren't meeting your needs, add or remove a widget at any time from a growing list. You can always get it back if you remove it and want to add it later. Now I've added a new widget, and I'll drag it up again so I can see it better. You can always change your dashboard again later if you want, so feel free to experiment with new layouts and widgets anytime you feel like it. Also notice that rSmart is suggesting shared content, people, and groups that might interest you at the top of your dashboard. Feel free to explore these materials. Leave comments, and if you think you might use them, add them to your own library for later use. Or ask to make connections with people that share your interests and broaden your academic social network. Later, you too can decide if you'll share content and with who, and others will begin to ask you to connect. The content suggested for you is based on your profile. So one of the first things you might want to do is record a bit about yourself, your activities, and your interests, so rSmart can suggest things that fit your needs and extend your reach. Put as much or as little detail in your profile as you want. It's up to you. Everything in your profile is optional, so fill out only what you feel comfortable with and feel might help connect you to the right resources and people. You can always come back later and add to or change your profile. I'll start building my profile by adding an avatar picture of myself so that there will be an icon attached to my content and activities in rSmart. Let me navigate around and find a picture that does me some justice here on my local computer. And then I'll just change the cropping on a little bit so you can see my whole face. You don't have to use a picture of yourself, but if you feel comfortable with it, it can help people identify you. Next, I'll provide some basic information about myself, including some tags about my interests, so I can start to be connected to resources and people that matter to me. I might also provide more detail about myself to enable even closer matches with relevant resources and to give people a better introduction to me and my interests and activities. Finally, I'll checkmark some categories that match my academic interests and disciplines to make sure I'm connected to resources and people that really interest me. Let's see, American Studies, and how about Cultural Studies? Now I'm connected to those categories as well. If I want, I could also add a list of publications establishing an online listing of my key works. I'll save that for later. Once my profile meets my needs, I'm ready to get started exploring rSmart from the Explore tab at the top of the screen, or using rSmart's powerful search engine. Or maybe I'm ready to use rSmart to create and deliver courses, collaborate with groups, or build a home for my research project using the Create and Add tab at the top of the screen. Let's just see what a simple course creation screen looks like. I can start from either a template for a more fully blown course or just a basic course template. You'll notice I'll provide a certain amount of information about the course to get started and decide who's going to participate in the course, whether it will be fully public, can only be discovered by logged in users, or will only be open to participants that I select. I can also choose how people will gain membership to my course. I can let people join automatically, I can have people request to join my course, or I can manage people myself and add them as I see fit. The same basic characteristics are available for research projects and groups. It's also easy to add content to rSmart. You can upload it from your local computer. You can create new documents using a built-in, easy-to-use rich text editor. Or you can repurpose content that's either available in the system as a whole that other people have shared or from your own library. Or you can add a link to external content. Once you've begun to build a course in rSmart, look at how easy it is to add content. So I've already laid out a few of the components of this course, and on page 1 of module 1 here, I'm going to edit this page, and I already have some content entered in there. I can enter more using this rich text editor, but I can also throw in a embedded widget right in the middle, right in the context of the course content that I'm building. And so for instance, if I wanted to build a discussion widget right inside there, I could choose to add a discussion widget where managers or instructors could add topics and students or anyone else could respond. And with a couple of clicks, I've got a new discussion widget right there in the middle of my text. And I can add a topic to it. There it is, and now it's ready for response, and you see how it's sandwiched by content that was already on that page. It's just as easy to add a whole new area to the course. I can add a new document. I can pull in an existing document from material that I or others have already prepared. I can put in a roster or a library or a page of widgets. Let's say that I want to add a syllabus to the course. This is how easy it is. I add a syllabus. I allow only participants to see it, although I could easily make it visible to anyone. I can decide how many pages it will have. And then a new item appears on the bottom of my list of components here in the course called syllabus. And I have the ability to edit this page. I can save it. And then I decide, you know what, the syllabus should really be at the top. So I just drag and drop. Boom, the syllabus is at the top. I've got my modules underneath. Calendar, tests, library, roster of participants, gradebook. Everything that you need to build a course is right there. In just a few easy clicks, you can start building it. Notice that there's also full page revisions. And when you go in to edit that page, you get a rich text editor as well as the ability to insert an already very fulsome and growing list of widgets into the page. You can always get back to your dashboard from the U tab, also at the top of the screen, or click on your name to change your password and preferences. To communicate with my connections and colleagues, I can click on the small envelope at the top of the screen to get to my messages and find invitations to join new groups or make new connections with people. If you ever have comments or need help, click on the green Feedback or Help tab on the screen to connect to rSmart's online forum. Thanks for joining me in this quick tour of rSmart. To learn more or contact us, visit our booth at EDUCAUSE or email us at info@rsmart.com.